I love when everyone is just like, Fiona, you should be an influencer, you should be a content creator. And I'm just like, guys, this is no child's play. Like it's just no child's play. Having to videoize everything, making sure you've got your camera with you, you need to record everything, you need to literally capture every moment so that you can make a meaningful vlog. Oh my goodness, like this is not easy. And having to just jump onto YouTube, I'm just like, am I ready for this? But at the end of the day, it's just doing something that you love. I love talking to people. I like interacting. I talk too much. Everybody knows that. So I'm just like, you know what? Let me just do whatever that makes me happy. It doesn't matter whether or not it gets all the exposure that it needs to. But I know one day, it's always just one day when you do that one thing and you just like, let me just do this. And someone sees it, and someone that you really need and helps you, and you will find yourself in very high places where you never thought you'd be, because remember, God qualifies us. So yeah, yes, I'm sure you're wondering what to do, Fiona. Yes, it's from my boutique. I've got plenty of designs, and it's 120. So hit me up and I'ma just plug you. Alrighty, so I actually hopped on here today because I want to talk about my trip to Maputo. Yes, home. I call it home, and I know a lot of people have been asking that, why is Maputo? Why do you say Maputo is home? Were you born in Maputo? No, my mom was born in Maputo. My dad is from Limpopo. And yeah, I think a lot of people know that I don't know my dad. I've never seen him physically. I've never met him. Yeah, he died while I was really young. So I was raised by my stepdad, an amazing man who unfortunately we lost as well after a few years. I think it was 2008, if not 2009. Yeah, but anyway, that's a story for another day. So yes, I was raised by my mom mostly, so I can relate more to my mom's side of the family than I do to from my dad's side of the family. So yes, I had to go home, you guys. I had to go home. Finally, I hadn't been home. My grandmother sorry, passed away in 2015. Yeah, those that know me know that my grandmother was literally just like everything to me. So I know she's my guardian angel. I know I've got so much of her in me. The body, yes. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I got my body from my grandmother. I definitely have my grandmother's body, you guys. It's insane. I never thought I'd gain this weight because I used to be so skinny. But yeah, now look at me. I'm all capricious and hello. Look at me. Busy firing myself. Anyway, yeah, so yes, I had to finally go back home. I haven't been home. I think I last went back home in 2017. So it was finally time to go back home. I'm glad I finally went back home. Went with my mom. We used the taxi. Someone asked what do we use, and I know people think Maputo is far because there's the border. I think the border is what makes people think it's far. It's not far, you guys. It's 7 hours at most, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, once nail sprayed, you are there. Once you pass Nelspruit, you know you are there, because after crossing the border, it's less than an hour for us to get home. And yeah, the whole experience for me, I missed being on the road. I missed just, yeah, the different atmosphere. At the border gates, these police women and men, especially on the Mozambican side of things, were being so difficult. Like, I'm literally seeing Uguti, as in people from other countries are just literally just like fed up with us. And I think it's because, well, we see what most South Africans, how they treat some foreigners and stuff like that. So when you get there, for me, I'm using a South African passport because I was born in South Africa. So when they see that, you are automatically a South African, and then they don't really treat you well. I mean, I passed our side of the border, crossed over, and I had to go and get my stamp in the Mozambican side, and then they're like, where's your COVID certificate, or where's your COVID test and stuff like that. But I'm like, we don't know doing that outside. I mean, they let me pass. They didn't even ask me all those questions, and they're being so difficult, and they wanted me to pay money or go and get a COVID test done, but their people don't have vaccine certificates or COVID tests, whatever. They're letting them pass, And I was like, okay. Anyway, it is what it is. Yeah, but we passed. We went. We got home. It felt good being home. I don't want to lie. Just the moment you walk through that gate, it's like finally there's this husa moment, like literally husa moment, and it really meant a lot to me to be there. We got there in the evening, and we had to just sleep, and it was just like short sleep, and I had to wake up unfortunately in the morning because we had to go to the homelands where my grandmother comes from. I really wanted to just visit her graveyard. And in the villages, well, from our villages, I don't know other villages, usually they don't have like a cemetery where, like here in Joburg, for instance, you will find there's a cemetery where you go in, and then you must find the cemetery number, the tombstone number, whatever, and so that you can find it. But there's actually like a tree, a family tree in like the yard, not yard, but like there's like land. My family has like land, and then there's like this tree, so that where there's that tree, there's like where they bury everyone in the family, the great grandparents and the great grandparents and stuff like that. So yeah, I went, you guys, and on our way there, one thing about entering a village, I think it was about roughly 4 hours from Maputo. So we went, the village is called Magude. So we went there, and you get to the Magude town, and then we have to find like transport that's going to take us into the village. And it's like a long drive, like a long drive. But eventually we got there. I was still saying, Guti, when you enter a village, like, it's the air is different. It's clean. I don't know, for some reason it feels clean. Imagine being in a place this peaceful. Such a peaceful place, you guys. It's so peaceful. I love it. Absolutely love it. It's so peaceful. Even the air feels clean and fresh. It's amazing. It's so far. Like, it's just, I think it took us 3 hours to drive and get here. I'm so exhausted, but it's so beautiful. It's just so quiet and peaceful. You literally hear bird sounds. You just see trees, a lot of trees. We got there, and we went to one of the relatives. I mean, we've got relatives that I don't know them. I don't know them. But we went to see them, and I saw pomegranate trees. Hi, you guys. Funny enough, I've never thought of how pomegranates are grown. Like, I've never thought about it. Is it like something that is planted like in the ground, and then just like maybe they, like, I don't know. I never thought about it, but there's like a literal tree, a whole tree, but they're not ripe, unfortunately. So I'm in deep Maputo, in a place called Magude. It's where my grandmother comes from, and this is a pomegranate tree, you guys. I've never seen this before. It looks so interesting. It looks so nice. I wish they were ripe already. Unfortunately not. So it feels good to be in a place that is very unfamiliar. I've been here once, so it feels good being here. It really feels good. But it was so interesting just to see the tree, because I saw this tree with all these green balls, and I'm just like, what is that? But it was really nice to see. I know we also got to experience something like, I think it's like, I named it peanut butter because they told me they make it with like the peanuts. It's like they grind the peanuts and sugar and whatnot, but it tasted like peanut butter. It's not something I really liked. The taste was just, not for me. Peanut butter on bread, you don't just sit and eat peanut butter out of a container. I don't do that. I don't. I love peanut butter, by the way. So yeah, it felt good being there. We went to the relative so she could accompany us to the graveyard. She accompanied us. We got there. One of the craziest things, when I got there, I took off my shoes, and when I took off my shoes, there was a sense of relief in my body. Like, I can't even explain it, but it just felt like my body was just like, literally. I felt that. And this time around, so this was second time going there. First time I cried so bad. I could not even stand. I just cried because it was just so unreal, the loss of my grandmother. But it felt good to be there. I felt so connected to her. She's definitely my guardian angel. It was so good. It felt really good to be there. It just felt so good. And this time around, I didn't cry. I really didn't. I was stood there and I was so strong, and I was able to even pray, and it just really felt good being there. And when I left that place, I promise you, I left that place a different person, because there was this extreme calmness in my mind, in my body. There was this calmness that I can't explain to anyone, and I still feel it, and it's still insane, and I could not be grateful. Like I feel like it was long overdue. You know, I've been sick, I've been in and out of hospitals. I've experienced so much in the past few years. I remember I was talking to a friend of mine, and she's like, I know we haven't spoken in a while, but every time I look at your videos and your pictures and stuff like that, your life just looks like something very, like, you make everything look easy and effortless. She's like, you literally went through cancer, and it's like we snapped our fingers, and it was, the journey was just like finished. Parenting, apparently I make mothering look easy and everything, and I'm just like, girl, you don't know the half of it. I've been through so much, health wise, just life in general as a whole. It hasn't been easy. I've been challenged greatly, but I guess there's no way, and we can never run away from our challenges and everything. We have to be strong, and we need to keep soldiering on. And yeah, it is what it is, so we move. So anyway, yeah, there's this really nice calmness. I feel whole. Like I came back, and I'm suddenly having this urge to just like decorate my house, and even just like literally today I came back from the shops. I got a few things, just decorate my bedroom, make it look nice and cozy, and just making the entire house just to make it look nice and homely. And with a toddler, I've got a freaking 3-year-old. I'm just so worried he'll be breaking things in my house. But I'm just like trying to just like help him understand that there's certain things that you can't just touch it because it's going to break. So I'm hoping he's going to understand as time keeps going. So yeah, we couldn't sleep over at the villages, so we left. I think we left there around 4:30 in the evening. We left. It was a long drive to get to Maputo town, and we got to Maputo town, and we got a taxi. And then we went all the way back to Maputo town where we stay. And I was there for just like a few days, 2 more days, I think. We were able to go out with my cousin. She took me out. I was supposed to go to the beach, but unfortunately it was so windy. The water was just like jumping onto the road. We stay really close to the beach. It's like, I think, less than 30 minutes to get there. But it felt good. I was able to just be there and just watch the water, even though like the waves were so bad. And we went to eat. We went to a restaurant called, I don't know if it's a restaurant, it's like a restaurant, vibey, clubby type of thing. It's called Corona in Maputo. It's a very famous place. It's one of the most well-known places that tourists normally go to. It was really nice. It was such a nice vibe. It was on Sunday. It was so chilled and quiet. We were able to go to some ice cream place that sells divine ice cream. By the way, guys, I love food. Unfortunately, I couldn't go to the fish market that I wanted. I absolutely love. There's a fish market at a place called, well, the beach area is called Costa do Sol. And yes, guys, I speak Portuguese. I know a lot of people are still shocked that I speak Portuguese. Like, how do you switch from isiZulu, Fiona, and all the way Portuguese? Like, how do you do that? And it's just, I speak Portuguese. Anyway, yeah, we had a good time. I really had a good time. I think more than anything, the biggest thing for me about my trip was the fact that I came back feeling whole. I came back just feeling like I can do this life thing again. I feel like kicking myself for not going sooner, but I guess God's timing and everything has its own time, and I've learned that a lot in especially in my with the cancer journey. There's so much realizations that I had to get into and learn certain things and understand certain things. So yeah, thank you once again for coming through and listening to me blab and blab. Enjoy. Hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, thank you. I appreciate the love and the support, and for everyone who just keeps sharing their comments and helping me grow and get better. Now it's time for me to go and pick up my son at school. Love you guys. I'm out.